So today we're going to talk about the one thing that everybody that's attempting to lose weight dreads more than anything than ever. And that is the plateau. That point that you get in your weight loss journey where the pounds don't seem to be falling off no matter what you do. No matter how little you eat, no matter how much you exercise, the weight number is not changing on the scale. Now, the scale can be your friend or the scale can be your enemy. So I don't recommend getting on the scale every day. I have to get on the scale at least once a week to participate in the program that I have to participate in order for my insurance to pay for my GLP-1 medication. So I am on the scale rather frequently so that I can stay involved in that program. But the weight has been staying the same. And so I had a little chat with my weight loss coach and I read an article online. And there are just a few things that cause weight loss to, stabilize or to stall or to plateau that we may not realize that we're doing. So I'm here to share those things with you today so we can get this weight loss thing back on track. Number one, we're eating or consuming more calories than we think. Now, the one thing about that is we know exactly how much food we eat, but sometimes calories are hidden in sauces and gravies and drinks that we may consume. We have no clue how much sugar is in some of the drinks that we consume, some of the sauces that we eat, some of the dressings that we put on our salads. There are a lot of hidden empty calories in those things. So you may be consuming a little bit more than you think. So be mindful of those things. Read labels and pay attention to what you're taking in. Number two, your macros could be off. We could be eating too much of one thing and not enough of the other. Protein is one of the most important things to consume when we're losing weight because it keeps us full and it keeps us from feeling hungry and wanting to eat more. So be mindful. You can still have carbs and vegetables and all of the things in the food groups, but you might want to beef up the protein so that it can keep you full and keep you energized and help you to lose the weight than focusing on the carbs like the pastas and all of those things. We really don't want to, keep up with those things. So we want to make sure that we are consuming what we need to consume so that we are fueling our body so that we can continue to lose weight. Number three, if you're over the age of 50, your metabolism slows down. That's just one of those things that we really can't control. As you get older, your metabolism slows down and your body burns fewer calories. That's just the way things are. Now, I'm not real sure how to speed that metabolism back up, but adding more movement can always help. Just being less sedimentary may help with the speeding up of the metabolism. But just know, with age, that's just one of those things that happen. Number four, now if you're not moving enough, if you are sedentary, I spend 10 hours a day at a desk at work 4 days a week. And I feel like I am actually chained to my desk. I am here. I have to be available to the parties that I work for and work with. I don't have the ability to get up and walk around. I did purchase the desk that rises and lowers from the TikTok shop, and I do have a little movement pad under the desk that I can use from time to time. But when I'm really focused and when I'm really busy, I'm sitting at this desk and I don't get movement very much. Now, the good news is daylight savings time. It's not dark when I get off, so I can get outside. I can go for a walk. On breaks, I am a Apple girl, so my watch tells me when it's time to stand, and I try to stand up and move around and do all of those things. But we have to be moving. We have to do some form of movement. It's really important. If you want to, keep that weight loss going, you got to keep moving. We can't be consuming calories and doing all those things and not burning them. And movement truly is the only thing that's going to burn those calories. Now, in addition to some movement, especially as we get older, you have to lift weights. And I'm not telling you to get in the gym and CrossFit and do all those things. What I'm telling you is that we do have to strength train. And if that means you simply only using your body weight, doing push-ups, on the wall, using the bands, having some resistance training, you want to get those muscles moving because movement of muscle burns more calories. And so as you strength train, you develop more muscles. Now, it may appear that the scale is going in the wrong direction because muscle weighs more than fat. But just keep in mind that strength training and continued movement is the way to boost that metabolism and to burn those calories. Now, number 6, and this is one that I think a lot of women tend to suffer with as we get older, and that's water retention. If you are retaining water, it can appear to be more difficult to lose the weight. Sometimes, working out can cause bloating and things of that nature. Certain foods that we eat can cause bloating and cause us to retain water. Too much salt intake or sodium intake can do that. So just be mindful. Don't let the puffiness discourage you, but be mindful that if you are retaining water and you can't get rid of it naturally, you may have to speak to your physician to see if they can't give you something to get rid of that water retention. Next, we might be overdoing the fasting. Now, I do believe in intermittent fasting. I don't start eating until around noon. I try to stop eating depending on how late my day is going to be, anywhere from 4:30 when I get off work until 7:30. If I'm going to eat some dinner at home or go out, I try not to eat after that time. I don't go to bed early, so I do allow time for my food to digest and things of that nature. But too much food deprivation can send your body into fight or flight or starvation mode. And it will, hold on to fat because it feels like you're starving it. So make sure that if you're fasting or if you aren't eating, that you're satisfied, that your body is satisfied and it has what it needs to keep burning calories and keep those things going. Because, if you aren't feeding it, if you aren't fueling this body, it's going to do what it needs to do to fuel itself. Now, I did mention that I don't go to bed early, but I do make sure that I get my rest and I get my sleep. Being sleep deprived and stressed could prevent you from losing weight. It'll take your mind off of the weight loss, and you might eat things to feel better. If you're stressed or if you stay up too late and you get hungry again and you feel the need to snack, that could hurt your weight loss. So make sure you're eating, and you're full and satiated. You're not snacking and you're not stress eating. Because I can remember a time that anytime something bad happened to me, I wanted to take a trip to Steak and Shake and get my favorite milkshake and some French fries and just, eat it all away. And as you get older, that no longer works, and it's a bad habit to pick up. Food should be eaten for what it is needed for, fuel. It shouldn't be a medication for when you are depressed and not feeling your best. This is another one. You have to make sure that you are not in a panic every time you get on that scale. Mindset matters. And if the scale goes up, if it stays the same, there is no need to panic. Stay the course. I am told that it can take up to 2 weeks for you to see a difference when you're doing everything right. And just imagine how many times we might slip and fall in that 2-week period and things don't move as fast as we want them to. So if you don't see immediate results right after a plateau, stay the course. Do what you know you need to do. And for whatever you do, do not panic. So just a real quick recap. You want to make sure that you're not eating too much and there aren't too many hidden calories. You want to focus on the macros that are going to do you the most good, like protein. You want, if the metabolism has slowed down, we have to speed up the movement. And in that movement, we want to do some strength training and lifting a little bit of weights if you can. Pay attention to the water retention and make sure that, that's not happening. Don't overdo the fasting. Make sure you eat enough to fuel your body, and whatever you do, don't panic. Now, listen, a plateau or a stall is all part of the process. Don't let that discourage you, shake you up, or take you off your square. Instead, use it as a motivating tool to take a look at some of the habits that we formed, make some necessary adjustments, and keep doing what we're doing. Now, if any of this resonated with you, leave me a comment. Let me know which one of those things may be hindering your weight loss. Don't let any of this discourage you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what is happening with your weight loss journey. What is going on? If you stalled or if you hit a plateau, there's typically a reason for it. And I hope one of these things that I gave you will give you the fuel that you need to get back on track, or at least not stress or panic and worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing and you just wait and see. We're going to be fine as wine before you know it. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, toodles. Have a great afternoon, everyone.